Right now, a prolific burglar is in Madison Police's custody. How officers were able to track him down.
Well, some more legal challenges are expected after a Dane County judge's ruling striking down the state's abortion ban.
And we're following a college campus shooting out of Nevada. Authorities say the shooter is dead, but there are multiple victims. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Well, there's been another shooting on a college campus here in America, this time at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Police say a gunman opened fire this morning. Officers would later find the shooter dead.
They say there are at least 3 victims, but the extent of their injuries are not known at this hour. UNLV first reported the shooting in a post on X telling students to run, hide, and fight. That was just before noon. Just after 12:30, Las Vegas Metro Police shared the suspect was found. Still, they went building to building to evacuate each campus building out of an abundance of caution. One student says he was able to get off campus while his sister was locked down inside.
Man, I don't even know, dude. I don't know if I feel like crying or I feel like angry. I'm not too sure, but I'm just like really confused right now because we've never been in like a close quarter situation like this. And it's just I wish I could trade spots right now because, no, that's crazy. She doesn't deserve to be in there right now. Or like nobody in there. That's crazy.
We'll bring you the very latest updates tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Back here in Madison, police arrested a man they consider to be a prolific burglar.
He is tied to a string of thefts in the area. Our Jalen Banks joins us live from one of the locations of his alleged crimes with what led to his arrest. Jalen?
Charlotte and Eric, behind me are the Park Cedar Apartments, which is where police say Jeffrey Hoffman's latest burglary took place. This afternoon, I spoke with MPD officials about their extensive investigation. Described as a career criminal by Madison Police Department, Jeffrey Hoffman was arrested Wednesday morning. MPD Information Officer Stephanie Fryer says that Hoffman was a suspect for prior theft convictions dating back to 2020.
But specifically for MPD, we know that some of these incidents where he was going and committing crimes in our city, he was out on bail for crimes that he had previously committed. So he is like very well known to law enforcement agencies throughout the county.
In the most recent incident, police responded to the Park Cedar Apartments after a resident reported that he returned from a trip out of town to find his packages were stolen out of the mailroom. Surveillance video allegedly shows Hoffman along with a woman named Kelly Thompson into the parking garage of the building on November 5th. And Hoffman is facing dozens of charges of his alleged crime spree. A preliminary hearing for his case is scheduled for December 12th. Reporting in Madison, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Jalen, thank you. New at 6, a Marine from Verona who died of carbon monoxide poisoning over the summer was found dead in a car with unconnected and rusted exhaust pipes. That's according to a newly released finding into the death of Tanner Kaltenberg. He and 2 other Marines were found outside a North Carolina gas station back in July. The 3 were all stationed at Camp Lejeune. Kaltenberg was brought home to Verona, where he was laid to rest in August. It's been a quiet day weather-wise across southern Wisconsin. Let's check your first warn forecasting. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi. Gary?
Yeah, and tomorrow should be even milder, so that's a nice thing to look forward to. As we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC TV Skycam, you can see we had hazy sunshine for most of the day today, but those clouds coming in from the west are actually the forerunners of milder Pacific air that's heading in our direction. They're generating a few light snow showers up through upper Michigan and northern portions of Lake Michigan, but most of Wisconsin right now is precipitation free. High temperatures today, upper 30s to lower 40s. The 40s were mainly out to the west of Madison. Madison topped out at 38, Janesville hit 39, even Milwaukee hit 40, but current temperatures are in the mid to upper 30s. Madison and Janesville still at 37. Temperatures still around 40 in Boscobel here in Dane County, 37 right now in Cross Plains, 37 in Stoughton, and also 37 in Oregon. Look for skies to be partly cloudy this evening. Temperatures will hold nearly steady in the middle 30s, and we'll get a good head start on seeing temperatures up close to 50 tomorrow, and it'll be even warmer for Friday. Later on, I'll take a look at the prospects for rain or snow over the weekend.
Gary, thank you. The fight over whether abortion is legal in Wisconsin continues on.
Less than 24 hours after a Dane County judge struck down the abortion ban, the Sheboygan County District Attorney is planning an appeal. In a statement to News 3 Now, Joel Ermansky said he believes the 1949 law at issue blocks all abortions except when the mother's life is at risk. Yesterday, a 14-page ruling stated the law only applies to feticide, not consensual abortions. Attorney General Josh Kaul had filed a lawsuit challenging the law following the reversal of Roe v. Wade in the summer of 2022. Governor Tony Evers has vetoed a bill that would have prevented Wisconsin minors from receiving gender-affirming care.
It would have prohibited doctors and healthcare providers from referring or performing procedures. Under the bill, medical licensing boards would be responsible for investigating any violations of the law. When the bill was introduced in September, Governor Evers vowed to veto it if it passed the legislature. Today, he further explained, saying, quote, "I will veto any bill that makes Wisconsin a less safe, less inclusive, and less welcoming place for LGBTQ people and kids." Today, 10 people admitted they tried to overturn the 2020 election in Wisconsin as fake presidential electors. It was part of a settlement agreed to after a lawsuit was filed by Law Forward. That's a liberal law firm. The group of electors admitted to creating a certificate of votes following what they say were requests from the Trump campaign and also the Republican Party of Wisconsin. They also reaffirmed President Biden did win the 2020 election. As part of the settlement, the group will publish hundreds of materials, including emails and texts connected with the casting of those fake elector votes. Family members of a Wisconsin woman whose remains were finally identified more than 4 decades after she went missing are continuing to share their memories of her.
Tonight, only on News 3 Now, the two sisters of Connie Christensen are sitting down with our reporter, Catherine Merck, for the first interview about their beloved sister.
I just grew up not knowing anything about my mom.
Misty Labine told me she had always assumed her mother had abandoned her when she went missing in 1982.
That's all I ever knew.
She was just a 1-year-old staying with relatives when her mother didn't come home to Oregon, Wisconsin.
I, of course, always was like, did I do something? Like, why would my mom choose to leave?
Her mother, Connie Lorraine Christensen's remains were found in rural Indiana 41 years ago, but authorities didn't know who she was.
DNA was not available back in the day when they found her body.
The DNA Doe Project, a nonprofit that works to identify cold case victims, was able to connect her back to her daughter.
And now that little girl knows that her mother didn't abandon her.
It just made me understand, I guess, why I never knew where my mom was.
Misty has since visited the Indiana location where her mother's remains were found so she could leave flowers there. Authorities also gave her the gold ring that was found with her mother's body.
It definitely has kind of, I guess, made me feel a little relieved in some ways to know that she just didn't choose to be gone.
Decades later, she now knows someone else is to blame for the abandonment that she's always known.
But at the same time, also, like, obviously I'm angry because somebody took my chance to know her away from me.
Catherine has been covering this story all week since the news broke. Yesterday, she spoke with Christensen's daughter, who was just a baby when her mother vanished. And you can view that story right now. It's online at channel3000.com. Well, more local stories are ahead at 6.
Temperatures will soon start to drop, but don't get caught out in the cold without being properly protected from the elements. We'll share how an anonymous effort in Fort Atkinson is helping people stay warm for free. That's just ahead.
There's still time to get your home ready for the holidays during Steinhaffel's holiday sale. Save big and get the room you've been wishing for. Start with 20% off all Christmas decor. Save big on a new sofa for dad, a new mattress for mom, and make your dream room more affordable with Steinhaffel's 60-month financing. It's the holiday sale at Steinhaffel's. Shop in store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Stella uses AT&T for her internet and mobile service. Abby has Spectrum One. The difference is big. With AT&T, Stella pays a lot more.
I do?
It's $110 a month for AT&T internet and an AT&T unlimited extra line.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets big savings. Spectrum internet with the most reliable internet speeds.
It's really fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, and an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G, all with no added taxes or hidden fees. Now you can get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
With Spectrum One, Abby is saving big. Over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings. So Stella, what do you think?
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Spectrum One is a big deal. Call 800-872-0180. Visit Spectrum.com or a Spectrum store today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Each year in Fort Atkinson, a group of unknown residents gets creative when it comes to giving back.
Today, our Maddie Himes traveled to Jefferson County to investigate the community effort.
I brought my News 3 hat from home, but my friend here got his from a generous Fort Atkinson community member. Statues line the biking trail along Fort Atkinson's Janesville Avenue year-round, but recently they've bundled up for the cold. The clothes on the statue are for those in need to grab at any time, but who provides the winter gear? Community members and city officials can only guess.
The people in Fort Atkinson are really generous in giving. We don't really know who puts the winter items on the statues, but you see things like that happening here. That's just who these people are.
Resident Don says he's seen the statues dressed up each year on his winter bike rides since moving to town in 2018.
It's I guess I could say a park mystery.
The only thing residents can be certain of is that anytime a hat or scarf is taken by someone in need, it's promptly replaced. In Fort Atkinson, I'm Maddie Himes, News 3 Now.
With holiday shopping season underway, pediatricians want to warn you about different safety hazards associated with certain toys.
Well, we're all familiar, of course, with the choking hazards, but as toys get made with new technology, parents have more to consider when buying presents for their children.
Sometimes it's just a toy that listens and then learns to respond to your child or learns what your child likes. And for the most part, things to think about there is just if the toy is connecting through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, like how private is that connection? Is there a password? Can anyone connect to the toy just by walking by and getting close to that toy, or are there safeguards there?
Parents purchasing these kinds of toys should look over the privacy policies to learn what happens to any data being collected. If one partner in a relationship has high blood pressure, it might be a good bet the other does as well. That's what a new study has found. Researchers say they looked at data on thousands of couples in their 40s and older from the U.S., from England, and several other countries, and they found that 47% of couples in England, 38% here in the United States had what's called concordant hypertension. That means if one spouse has it, the other does as well. A possible reason is behavior. As they say, spouses can often mimic each other's behavior. We've heard of cats stuck in trees, but what about a dog?
Well, coming up at 6, that's exactly where one California pet owner found his pooch after it ran away. How the dog got up in the tree to begin with. Next.
And Gary's back. Another complete check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Hi, I'm Gary Canolti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me March 23rd through April 1st as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
McGann Furniture is closing its doors forever. The owners are retiring. It's the final days of our going out of business sale. After 119 years, our final day is December 17th. Everything in the store must be sold. Make us an offer on quality name brand furniture, including Amish, dining room and bedroom sets, recliners, upholstery, and mattresses. Free financing, special sale hours. Time is running out, so hurry in today to the final days going out of business sale at McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
A dog in California is feeling back to its normal self after getting lost and somehow ending up stuck in a tree.
Orko Manna reports on the rescue of a German Shepherd from El Dorado County, California.
You've heard about a cat stuck in a tree, but what about a German Shepherd? Hi, Luna. 10-month-old Luna stuck on a slanted tree 25 feet up in the air. Only no one knew the dog was there.
Just searching everywhere we could.
Luna's owner, Brian Spees, says she went missing Sunday morning. He looked for her all throughout the forest near his house in El Dorado County, worried that his worst fear had come true.
We have bears, we got mountain lions, coyotes, foxes. Yeah, we kind of got them all. So we didn't know if a mountain lion snagged her.
Brian's friends then joined the search for Luna, and more than a day after she went missing, they finally found her out here in this wooded area behind his home.
I just driving down the road and look left. I'll be darned, I see something in a tree. And I went, holy cow, that's the dog.
It's a sight Brian's friend Luca never expected to see. Luca immediately called Brian, who made his way there and used an extension ladder from his work truck to get to his dog.
Kind of reached up and grabbed her and bear hugged her and walked down the ladder with no hands, just kind of as carefully as possible.
Luna is now safe and sound and back on the ground.
Yesterday she was a little tired, you know, slept a lot. But today she's back to herself.
So how did she even get in the tree?
We were thinking that she chased a squirrel. The squirrel took off up the tree, and Luna just right up there.
Whatever the reason, Brian is glad Luna is home, and he's learned a lesson from her adventure.
If she ever gets lost again, we look up, because she can climb trees.
And Brian said despite being stuck in the tree, Luna never barked or made any noise. I did not expect that to be a shepherd mix in a tree. Maybe a little dog. But yeah, that's a big dog to be up in a tree.
But if you've seen the movie Up, you know, squirrel, my bet is definitely.
Always blame the squirrel.
Yep.
No doubt. It's a wild story. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti back once again, and he has our first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, today was a nice day. Temperature is pretty close to average and no precipitation. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for high temperatures near or above 50 for the next few days. In fact, we're looking for a high temperature of around 49 for tomorrow and Friday, probably middle 50s. The next weather system brings mainly rain from Friday night into Saturday. Could be mixed with a little snow Saturday afternoon before it comes to an end, but I think accumulations, if any, are going to be minor. And then next week should be mainly dry, other than a couple of flurries from Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. We're going to see near average temperatures and lots of sunshine, very little in the way of precipitation. High temperature trend over the next 10 days. well above normal temperatures for the next couple of days. Saturday, that high of 42, a little deceiving because that'll be early in the day with temperatures falling into the 30s in the afternoon. But notice those high temperatures within a couple degrees of the average, which goes from 35 down to 32. But longer term, and this starts to take us in the time period just before the Christmas holidays, take a look at the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. Above normal temperatures for much of the country, only right along the Gulf Coast below normal temperatures, mainly because of precipitation there. Here are the highest probabilities to be over the Dakotas. But take a look at the precipitation chances. Very, very low. Below normal precipitation over much of the northern half of the country. Above normal precipitation over Texas and over Florida. They actually use the moisture there, but that doesn't bode well for snowfall. Tonight, there have been some flakes of snow up in far northern Wisconsin through Door County and then out into Michigan. This is actually warmer air aloft. It's heading in our direction. Future track precipitation for the weekend system. Generally, less than an inch of snow from one of the computer models in the northern part of the state. The other one brings perhaps a couple of inches of snow there, but still below normal snowfall, probably less than an inch through much of southern and eastern Wisconsin. Planning your night, temperatures middle 30s by 9 p.m. Notice how they stay pretty steady overnight because of the southwesterly wind. So even as skies clear out, those temperatures stay in the middle 30s through 3 a.m., probably dropping off to just below freezing by early tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. Otherwise, planning your night across Dane County, look for a low of 33 in Oregon, 33 in Cambridge, and 34 in Edgerton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, a little colder to the north and west, 27 in Wautoma, 31 in Lone Rock, but Janesville will drop to 33, so will Monroe. For tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 49 degrees in Madison. Partly sunny skies, a milder day, and those south-southwesterly winds will continue for a couple more days, keeping our temperatures above normal. So the First Warn 7 to 10-day forecast up to 54 on Friday. Dry during the day, but we'll see some showers develop Friday night. Those will linger into Saturday, but they could be mixed with a little bit of snow as those temperatures drop off into the 30s Saturday afternoon. Sunday now looks like it'll be dry and breezy, temperatures mid-30s, and high temperatures low to mid-30s for pretty much all of next week. The only exception for precipitation will be a chance for a couple of flurries from Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. But even next weekend, look for dry weather with high temperatures in the low to mid-30s.
And coming up in sports, it's a familiar foe for the Badgers in their NCAA regional. While Wisconsin says they're looking forward to hosting Penn State. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
Save big money on your next painting project now at Menards. Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint is a premium paint and primer with excellent durability and comes in over 701 coat colors. A gallon is $34.87 after $5 mail-in rebate. Add a pop of color to your home with Paramount Interior Paint. It provides the most advanced protection and true one-coat coverage. A gallon of Paramount Flat Interior Paint is only $44.98. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Roast beef. 4 for $10. Yeah, you know. That classic Arby's. Roast beef. Roast beef. 4 for $10. Arby's. We have the meat.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Thursday morning, we're getting you fired up for the Badger women's volleyball game.
Some expert analysis and what you can expect from the next round in the tournament.
And we'll have an update on our weekend storm system. Join us tomorrow morning between 4:30 and 7.
It's deja vu all over again for Wisconsin volleyball. Last season, they faced Penn State on the road late in the year and then met up at the Fieldhouse for regionals. This season, same exact scenario, except the Nittany Lions beat the Badgers a little over 3 weeks ago. But that wasn't in Madison, a place where UW is perfect this year, and you could say that this group is looking forward to hosting their conference foe.
We know how they operate, we know how they work, and getting them at home, I think, is an even bigger advantage there. But, you know, it's also, you see a team all the time. It's bound to go back and forth. So I think there's definitely pros and cons with it, but we're excited to have them.
We're kind of used to being in their gym. They're used to being in ours. I think that also makes it harder because they know us really well and we know them. We know that they're a really good team, and it's just going to be a fun match to play.
When it comes to women's hockey, there are two programs that come to mind, Wisconsin and Minnesota. They've won a combined 13 national championships. Of course, it's UW leading in that category with 7 natties to their name. The Gophers lead the all-time series, but in the last 20 meetings, it's been the Badgers with the upper hand. 10 wins for Wisconsin, 5 for Minnesota, and 5 ties. And anytime these two rivals drop the puck, it's always a fun series.
There's nothing like the border battle series. My teammates, you know, it's just kind of, you just know that it's going to be intense. I've watched the games, you know, growing up. I've seen how competitive it is back and forth, and I'm just excited to be part of it this year.
Just watching it, even when I was on a different team, you could just see how intense the games were. I mean, everybody on that ice wants to win. So, yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it.
And just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle with Britta Curl. The Badger captain and I talk about Caroline Harvey's return to the ice and try to say something nice about UW's border battle rival. Show airs Friday night at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. And the AP released their all Big Ten teams this afternoon, and a pair of Badgers made the list. Hunter Wohler found himself on the all-conference first team, while Braylon Allen was named to the second team. Wohler led Wisconsin in tackles this season, recording 113, and Allen rushed for 984 yards and 12 touchdowns. And if those names sound familiar, it's because they're in-state products.
We've got a few weeks for the bowl game in Tampa, and we're going to have enough guys for the, it's always, this bowl season is so different now, right?
Because you could transfer, you could go pro. Allen's not going to be there because he declared.
He's getting ready for the draft.
Hunter Wohler said he's making a decision, so we don't know because we talked.
I feel like he'll show up. Don't
I
you?
hope so.
Playing football in Tampa, January 1st. That sounds pretty good, Gary.
Maybe I should suit up.
They might need you.
Do I have any eligibility left?
Get right on that,
Suit up
Gary.
in pads or your swimsuit?
You don't want to see me in a swimsuit, Zach. Trust me on that one. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Skies are partly cloudy out there. Doppler track, a few flurries up in northern Lake Michigan, but nothing down here in the southern part of the state. Current temperatures, Madison still at 37, Janesville's at 37, most areas mid to upper 30s. Here in Dane County, it's 37 in Deerfield, 37 in Verona, and 36 in the town of Perry.
You gotta get that base tan ready for Hawaii, Gary. You can do that out back there. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.